Assalamu alaikum, my dear students of class 7. This is your teacher, Miss Yusra Mughal, and I welcome you again in our virtual class, which is organized by Metropolitan School. So, my dear students, today we are going to review about our two chapters, and the chapter 1 is The First Man to Fly. This is lesson 24. My dear students, I have to tell you about one thing, that if you want to have achieve something in your life, you will have a aim of that very thing. And when you decide your aim, you can do work hard for it, and you can soon achieve your aims, and you can soon achieve your goals. This is what about this chapter we have read, that is The First Man to Fly. So this is basically a story of two brother, you can say two partners, who are going to make a thing which can fly. So firstly, what have they done? They have make a paper balloon, and they lit a light or gas in it, and they flew it, and that very paper balloon can fly, right? So this is how they made a balloon of a parachute. You can say the cloth of parachute, we are now saying a glazy type of cloth. So they have made that, and for their very hard work they made a huge balloon, and they gave them a gas, and it flew up into the air. This is what they achieved from their very experiment. Before that, we have learned about the Thomas Edison, who was neglected student, whose teachers are not like they are saying that he is not no more the part of the school because he is very dumb. And in this very lesson, we are going to study about another experiment about the flying. So we came to know about with these two lessons that we have some moral of our everything, that if whatever in which we have interest, so we can do and go for that very work, right? So in details, you will have to go through this lesson, you will have to read out the lesson, the text of this lesson for too much details. But before that, we have some sort of exercises. We have vocabulary meanings, we have idiom phrases meanings, we have phrasal verb meanings. If those all three categories of meanings are included in your copy, so you will have to learn all those meanings, right? And we have the exercise, that is exercise on page number 137. In this exercise, my dear students, what you will have to do, you will have to say whether the statements are true or untrue, right? You will have to tell the statements are true or untrue. And for that very thing, to solve this exercise, what you will have to do, you will have to read the text, right? Let's moving towards the another exercise which is in your grammar copy, and that is exercise A of page number 138, right? And what you will have to do in exercise, you will have to give yes or no reply to the sentences, right? There are some sentences given to you, and you will have to write down the answer which is in yes and no, but you will have to write the complete answer of that, right? So now let's moving towards the another exercise, that is exercise B, which is on page number 138. And what you will have to do, you will have to agree with the statement, whatever the statements are given to you, that you people have to do what you people have to agree with all those statements, right? Moving towards the another exercise, that is exercise C of your book, and in this exercise give short replies. Exercise C, you will have to disagree about the statements. So similarly, we have done the agreements, like we are agree with something, and in this very exercise we are disagree with something. So right, you will have to write, if you can say says yes I am agree, or another word is no I am not, right? So this is a short example which I am giving to you people. You will have to do it accordingly as needed and as it is given in the examples in your book, right? We have another exercise, that is exercise D on page number 139. And what you will have to do in exercise, you will have to give the short replies to these questions, right? So there are some questions or some sentences given to you people, and what you will have to do, you will have to give the short replies of all those questions, right? So now moving towards the another exercise, which is under the heading of useful words and phrases, my dear students, which is on the same page, page number 139. You will have to do what? You will have to complete these sentences using prepositions given. So there are some sentences given to you people, and after those sentences, at the end of the sentence, there are some prepositions given to you in bracket. What you will have to do, you will have to fill the prepositions accordingly, right? So you can say you will have to choose the correct prepositions and write it down in the sentence to make the complete sentence, right? So this exercise is starting from page number 139, and the exercise is given to you people in page number 140, right? So you'll have to check it out. Fine. So now students, let's moving towards the next chapter, that is lightning, which is lesson 25 in your book. And I am very much sure that your teachers in the school, in the classroom, have told you about in detail about what is lightning. So first tell me that what is lightning. Have you ever witnessed, have you ever heard about lightning in the rainy weather, in the stormy weather? Yes, we have all witnessed and we have all seen about the lightning. So in this very chapter we have discussed about lightning, that how it creates and what is it. Fine. So for the details you will have to go through with the chapter, you will have to read the text of this chapter so you can understand easily about this very thing. So my dear students, have you seen that we have some topics in English textbook, which topics included are science, included are scientific scientific inventions. So we may have found the book very informative, that we have the text of all the subjects, right? So for that very chapter we have exercise A on page number 142, and what you will have to do in this exercise, let me tell you my dear students, that what you will have to in this exercise, you will have to write down the statements, rather they are true or untrue, right? So moving towards your grammar exercises of this very chapter, we have the grammar exercises of page number 143 and 144, and what we have learned in all those exercises, my dear students, we have learned the passive voice of active voice and passive voice, right? So we have been given some sentences and we'll have to change it accordingly, according to the rules of active and passive voices, right? So we have discussed it in detail, what are the rules of active and passive voices, but I am telling you some major important rule of active to passive voice. So major three rules that you should use while changing active into passive sentences, and what are those major three rules are that subject interchange the places, right? How can we say it? Subject comes to the place of object and object comes to the place of subject, right? And third form of the verb is used, right? Which form of the verb? We are going to use which form of the verb? We are using the third form of the verb. Rather the sentence is in the present simple tense or in the past simple tense or in the future simple tense, right? What you will have to do, we will have to change while we are changing the active into passive voice. So we use which form of the verb? We use the third form of the verb, right? And there is another important thing which is important, it's not included in your exercise A and B, that is the usage of preposition by. These three rules are very much important for changing active into passive voice, and these three rules are very much helpful to you people even after your 7th class and when you are going up in the classes, right? These are the 3 basic rules while you are changing active into passive voices, right my dear students? Those are the 3 basic rules. But in exercise A and B, what you will have to do, we are not going to use this very rule. We are not using by, preposition by, because we have some sort of extra word which is not needed. And what are those extra words? That extra words are someone, somebody, and extra, right? So we are not needed to write those words, and for those very words we are not using by over there with those all words, right? Now let's moving towards exercise A and B of page number 165. We have another important and a very vast topic that we have discussed. So what was that topic? That topic was conjunctions. And what we'll have to do in conjunctions? What are conjunctions? Conjunctions are the words which is join sentences and letter, and according to the need of the questions we have used different type of conjunctions in all these exercises, and we have already discussed in details about the conjunctions. We have exercise A, B of page number 169. We have exercise C, D, E, F and G of page number 170. In all these exercises we have used conjunctions, right my dear students? I hope that you people enjoyed this lesson, and this may be the informative and the important one as well, and it is really very helpful for your examinations as well, right? Best of luck for your exam. Allah Hafiz.